مرحبا، يعطيكم العافية. أنا اليوم ببوكيت معي أستاذ خالد. يعطيك العافية أستاذ خالد. بهذا الفيديو رح نحكي وندردش مع بعض أنا وياك. امبارح حكينا مع بعض، بعتقد إنه كثير من القصص والشغلات اللي مرت عليك خلال رحلتك وخلال الجيرني اللي أنت أخذتها بحياتك، فبعتقد إنه كثير ممكن تكون ملهمة للناس اللي عم تتفرج هذا الفيديو، خصوصي بمجتمعنا العربي. فحبيت أعمل هذا الانترفيو. شكرا على قبولك. بدي بلش بسؤال، كان السؤال يكون تقليدي، بس حابب أول شيء تقلي مين هو خالد؟
شكرا. خالد شبيب، ولدان بالشام. تركت الشام بتقريبا كان عمري 19-20 سنة، زمان طويل، من شي 200 سنة الموضوع له. عشت بعدة دول، عشت بفرنسا، بريطانيا، إيرلندا، الإمارات، سنغافورة، وهلأ بتايلاند. ما بنعرف شو بيصير معنا بالمستقبل. اشتغلت بعدة شغلات طبعا، معظمها corporation big enterprises. كتير أحيان كنت حاسس إنه I'm making money for others. أي corporation I worked, they made millions. Finally, I decided I do it myself. Here in Phuket is a great place. I thought, I start some venture just to see how it goes. إن شاء الله بتنجح. تعلمنا بالحياة نحطه كله سوا ونشوف شو بيصير معنا. You have to try. Fear of failure is the biggest problem. معظم الناس لأنه بيخافوا إنه يفشلوا فما بيبلشوا، ما بيعملوا شيء. أيوة، وبيضلوا طول حياتهم regret، بيندموا إنه ما أخذوا الريسك. أيوة، فبتصوري you have to take risk. لازم تقدم، شوف شو بيصير معك. بس طبعا الواحد لازم يحط 200% لتنجح. ما في إنه يحط والله شيء إنه النجاح مو سهل، بس تنجح you enjoy it you love it. إن شاء الله بتصير خير.
شكرا. فينك تحكي لي أكثر عن أنت قلت ذكرت إنه كنت عم تشتغل مع شركات، عم تحس حالك إنه أنت عم تطلع لهم فلوس بدون ما أنت تكسب بالنسبة لك، فهيك قررت أخذت هذا القرار إنه تفتح مشروع. فشو كان شعورك وقت هاي اللحظة إنه to shift في shift كبير صار بين إنه أنت عم تشتغل لحدا تاني وبعدين فجأة قررت إنه كيف هيك صار معك هذا الموضوع؟ ممكن تشرح أكثر عن هذا النقطة؟
بصراحة لما بتشتغل الشركات الكبيرة، قد ما كبرت بالشركة بتضلك موظف، تشتغل سالري، معاش بآخر الشهر، وطبعا في كوميشن منيح، security كله موجود. it's a fake security. بلحظة انك تترك الشغل ما بيعود عندك اي security، فعندك التشويس. بتضلك عم تشتغل او بدك تترك. لازم يكون عندك a lot of savings، لازم تصمد كتير لحتى either situation you are not enjoying life. شيء اكتشفته بالحياة، طبعا لازم الواحد يفكر بالمستقبل، على طول يفكر بالمستقبل، بس ما ينشغل باله عن المستقبل، لأنه مثل ما بيقولوا امبارح ما فيك تعمل شيء، ما فيك تندم عليه. بكرة بدك لسه ما صار. try now، do your best now، every time now. إذا ما عندك شيء enjoy yourself، بس إذا عندك شيء do it. if you do everything right now whatever you can right now، ما بتندم بكرة إنه I should have done this yesterday مثلا، أو والله كنت لازم أعمل كذا وكذا وكذا، بس instead I went out to enjoy myself، أو I was flicking through TikTok أو YouTube أو that way. I hate wasting time frankly.
شو نصيحتك لأي حدا عم يعمل هذا الموضوع؟ كيف أنت معلش تشاركنا الروتين تبعك، إنه ضلك consistent لحتى تحقق أكثر شيء ممكن بدون تضييع وقت.
اوكي، أهم شيء إنه الواحد يعمل الشغلات اللي he's passionate about. If you do something obviously when أما بتعمل شغلات you're passionate about, there are some boring things you have to do. Unless you do the boring stuff you cannot do the interesting stuff. It comes together. So follow your passion most importantly. But if you have to do the surf the web, TikTok or whatever, YouTube and things like that, try to restrict yourself, let's say half hour a day, but only when it's downtime. شوف أحيانا كتير ناس بيفيقوا الصبح ببلشوا أيوة سافرنت بيحملوا الموبايل ببلشوا يطلعوا إنه فيسبوك إنستغرام تيك توك الشغلات هاي. فالصبح أهم وقت للتفكير، فبتضيع وقت تفكيرك والإنرجي يعني بهالشغلات هاي، فبتنسى بقية حياتك. يعني أنا بفضل إنه إذا يعني مثلا أنا بتفرج على الأفلام أحيانا إنه تيك توك وفيسبوك وشوف أصحابي وشغلات، بس only in the evening. As a reward, I said to myself, I worked really hard today, and now in the half hour, I will sit, enjoy myself, relax before I sleep, and do the things that I would probably enjoy. I'm not sure what I would see would enjoy, but يعني هي شغلات هاي. Often I fall asleep while doing this because my day was full and I'm running from one thing to another. لا تضيع وقتك. أهم شيء الصبح لا تفتح الموبايل وتتفرج على شغلات. طبعا تفتح الموبايل check your messages, your mom, your family, your friends. That's important. But don't go any further. Start thinking about what can I do today, right now, to improve my life. Frankly, even if I can't do any more to improve my life, I would think of some charity work to help others to improve their lives, or even help animals if I can. Because often people who need you, they need your money and time. If you can't give your money, you can give your time. If you can, if they can give time and money, it would be great. But if you cannot give money, just give your time. That's all they need.
بدي ارجع شوي لورا، معلش تحكي لنا شوي عن نشأتك and then maybe after that ممكن تشرح لنا أكثر عن المراحل بحياتك. يعني شو الاختصاص مثلا أنت درست جامعة، شو الاختصاص دخلته and how your career shifted like from a place to another. So let's start with the first part.
Okay. أنا درست جامعة بدمشق، درست أدب إنجليزي، بس تركت بنص وقت دراستي. Studied business management، إدارة عمل. درست بفرنسا وبريطانيا، بس the highest qualification I had it from Kingston University in London. Postgraduate diploma. So بعد graduation 2 years. I was one exam short of masters, but my baby was born, so I had to drop everything. I had a new baby and life took over. يعني never mind, not just about qualification. It's really the school of life. It's far more important than any school you can study or try to learn from the school of life. That's why I say do not waste your time. Surround yourself by people who matter, people who care about you, people who love you, instead of surrounding yourself by people just for fun and laughter and because at the end of the day you need people who care about you. Whether you need them or not, it doesn't matter. But you care about people who care about you. Usually success brings success. You surround yourself by successful people, get ideas, you help each other, you become successful. You surround yourself by, sorry to say, failures, then it's very hard to find yourself. It's like being in the jungle and you don't know which direction to go. I was I did a lot of jobs while I was studying, because I was doing night studies because I had to work. So I was doing my studies after work. طبعا it's not easy, but I got through it. From this, I went off to get better positions in large corporations like Oracle, for example, where I was leading Asia Pacific. For it, I was leading in Africa and the Middle East. Yeah, I learned a lot of things, and thanks to all my colleagues who helped me learn. I'm still learning. Life is big school. You keep on learning.
أعتقد كتير بفهم اللي أنت عم تحكيه، لأنه عن جد الحياة هي أكبر معلم لنا نحن. كمان أحيانا أنا صرت بعد فترة ما أؤمن بالtraditional education، فلقيت عن جد فعلا اللي هي المواقف، إذا أنت حطت حواليك ناس بيدعموك ملهمين، successful not failures as you mentioned, definitely your life will improve. ذكرت أنت أنه بمرحلة ما وقفت لفت لما إجاك ولد، إجاك بيبي. Can you tell me more about that? أنا عندي بنت ياسمين شفتها امبارح. I want to ask you, how did you manage your you know, your career, your life, pursue, you know, and how you balance basically. What's your tips for maybe شو نصيحتك للأبهات الجدد كونك أنت مريت بهي المرحلة و how is your life after they grow up?
كانت زوجتي حامل. To me يعني I didn't feel the importance of having a baby. I was still young. But when my son was born, I just couldn't imagine life without him. Honestly, I wouldn't go anywhere where my son couldn't go. I wouldn't do anything my son couldn't do. I lost half of my friends. They didn't have children. And I had my son, I think he aged 24, 25 that time. So I was still young. Loved every bit of time I spent with him. يعني ما كان عندي كتير وقت أقعد مع ابني بس I really enjoyed every minute. علمته كل شيء بطفولته يعني طبعا علمته السباحة علمته البسكليت علمته سيلف ديفنس على طول شجعته انه يعزف موسيقى. انا على طول كنت بدي اعزف موسيقى لما كنت صغير بس بهديك الاثناء يعني انا ليفت هاندد انا عسراوي مثل ما بيقولوا وكنت بحب الجيتار كتير ما كان على بهديك الايام جيتار ليفت هاندد. ابني is a very good guitarist, brilliant guitarist. I'm very proud of him. So yeah, back to childhood. The little time I was able to spend with him, I tried to make it quality time. Always something interesting, talked about things, we did things. It was rare that we will يعني just sit down with nothing to do while he's doing something else and I'm doing something else. However, يعني لما كبر شوي بلش بالكمبيوتر games, I always discouraged him from playing computer games, but يعني طبعا بالأطفال صعب شوي. And when he asked me when it's complex situation he wants help, I always said to him, I will help you write a program because originally I'm a computer programmer. على طول, I will help you write a program, a game, but I will never help you get your way out of a computer game that someone else wrote for you. But that was the only thing that I didn't do with my son is play computer games. Pluses and minuses for this. So the minus is, or the plus, if you play computer game with your children, you improve the bond between you and each other. The minus, as I said, is they become a little bit too, And I really didn't want my son to be addicted to computer games, especially those days. Something was new, I wasn't, Yeah, he's a fine young man now. He's just got married and he's living in France. I'm proud of him. Yeah.
You have one son?
No, I have one son and my daughter who lives in England. Just finished her education. Started working. So proud of her because she also plays music. But there's a small instrument called ukulele. It's like a small guitar. Yes. Very happy music. I'm so proud of her. She came here to visit a few months back. Sam, my son, and Hannah, my daughter. Yes. My son is 33. My daughter is 25. I told you I'm 200 years old. Actually, I just turned 60. About 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Happy birthday. Thank you. I'm really curious. So you're 60 now. I'm curious on how is it like to be 60? Usually like people who are your age, خلينا نحكي أكثر شيء من ثقافتنا ما عندهم هاي الطاقة ما عندهم هذا الشعور إن they are just coming to 60. It means that they are gonna die or retire. متوقعين إنه ياخدوا support from their children وخلص يعني that's all يعني. فأنت شو رأيك بهذا الموضوع؟
You should never stop. Whether you are a religious person, religion will tell you you should keep on working, helping yourself and helping others. Even if you're not a religious person, it doesn't matter. You should still, a way of life. I've always been active. I hate sitting down too long. What does it feel like to be 60? Very painful. صراحة لما بتكبر بالعمر المفاصل you're not flexible anymore like before. So it's always aches and pains. على طول يوجعك ظهر. وجع الظهر عادي معظم الناس بهالعمر. بس الموضوع انه you have to stay mobile. لازم على طول تتحرك. لانه كل ما كثرت حركتك قل الوجع. معظم الناس بس يصير ينوجعوا بيقعدوا خصوصا المفاصل. بس المفاصل لازم يتحركوا لحتى يضلوا لينين او flexible. But it's absolutely important to stay active. If you have 5 minutes, go out and walk fast. If you can run. جيب حبلة ونط على الحبلة مثلا بالبيت. اعمل شوية press ups, chin ups إذا ممكن. أي شيء بس حتى خلي قلبك يتحرك بسرعة، نفسك يتحرك بسرعة، وكل جسمك يعني دمك يمشي. ف staying active is very important. وكمان بتساعدك إنه لما بتعمل شغلات رياضية أعضامك بتقوى كمان، مو بس العضلات، العظام كمان بتقوى. يعني بتشوف كتير ناس بيصير معهم عظامهم بتصير هشة، osteoporosis، يعني العظام بتصير هشة. فكسر صغير بيقعد له سنة لحتى بس الاكسرسايز والرياضة بتقوي العظام، بتقوي العضلات، بتقوي المفاصل طبعا، بس كمان بتقوي الدماغ. يعني إذا بتجبر حالك إنه تعمل شغلات ما بدك تعملها فيزيكال يعني رياضية، بصير طبيعي عقلك بيصير بيتقبل شغلات أو فيك تعمل شغلات أكثر، يعني تفكير أقوى، بيقوى تفكيرك بعدة شغلات كمان. فأنا هيك بلاحظ أكون active I can think better. When I'm not active I'm really bad at making decisions. يعني
Can you walk us through your active day? How it does look like?
Goodness. Okay. I wake up usually around 4:45 in the morning. I do my prayer, get ready. If I have time, I run often 4 kilometers. If I don't have time, I just get ready. Like today, for example, I didn't have time. I came straight here. I'm running 2 businesses, as you know, chocolate and restaurant.
So yeah, the businesses are this restaurant we are in.
Yes, and the chocolate business. Yes. So it requires a lot of coordination, a lot of and also communicating with employees what they have to be doing and so on. For the restaurant and for the chocolate business, there are lots of often supplies to be dealing with customers, dealing with inquiries. I always try in the middle of the afternoon to go to the gym. So I try to go to the gym 6 times a week. It doesn't always work. I mean, last week I went 4 times because I was very busy. But this week I'm trying to make 6. Yeah, بعدين برجع بشوف شو في مطعم، بحكي مع employees. I inspect things. I give them instructions sometimes, you know, what needs to be done and so on. I'm blessed to have good employees. They can take care of things in my absence. I go home, have a shower, sit there to watch a movie or communicate with my family or friends, because I got family and friends from all around the globe. Since I worked around the globe. So, yeah.
Your friends are international.
Yes, yes.
Do you feel like a global citizen yourself?
Honestly, I often feel like a global citizen because يعني كثير أحيانا بيقولوا لي يعني where's your loyalty now? مثلا to me the best is my place of birth is the place. But at the same time, I lived in lovely places and I made lots of, my children were born in London, for example, and I had a great experience in many places. Yani, I cannot really say that this is this place and nothing else. All these places are great places. I feel more like a global citizen, to be honest. Now I'm an Asian citizen. I'm in Asia, so I love Asia.
I want to now jump to what you've mentioned about your businesses. So you're now running a restaurant, right? After going out of the corporate world, and you have 2 businesses actually. You have the restaurant, and you're doing a brand, like chocolate brand called Barada. I just tasted yesterday. It was really, really good. And this is really cool actually. So I want to let you talk bit about that. What is it like to run a business, and why you chose to run a restaurant and a chocolate? Like why?
Now the chocolate business, I've been making chocolate for about 15 years since I worked in Africa, and I always looked for good quality chocolate that has got a lot of useful or good ingredients but doesn't have a lot of chemicals. It was very difficult. When I started working in Africa, I met some people and farmers, and went to places where, the origins of cocoa, or where the cocoa come from. I learned a few things, and I started experimenting, of course. We're still learning. So the chocolate business, a lot of people have been telling me about it. You should really start a business. This chocolate is really good, and so on and so forth. But I was too busy with working for corporate I only had the weekend to cook the chocolate. I feel like you don't cook it, but you just make it. In the restaurant business, I wasn't actually thinking about restaurant. It was just a colleague of mine found this place and he needed a business partner. So since I have an experience in restaurants when I was a student, so I said, yeah, why not? I went to this one. So it's an added advantage, if you like. Now, with the chocolate business, when I created the company, I really wanted to relate to my roots. So I was thinking about what name. Obviously, Barada came to mind. A lot of people said to me, it doesn't mean anything. It's yes, it's that and stuff. And I stuck to it. So, we're working on the branding with my colleagues. I think it's important to relate to my roots and to my experience. Like the almonds that go, or the nuts that go in the chocolate, like almonds, hazelnuts, pistachios and stuff. They all come from where we were born. Barada banks, both sides of Barada banks, in the old times, almond trees used to grow naturally. My mom always told me that crows used to hide nuts and forget where they are, and then the nuts will grow to be a nut tree. Whether it's a true story or not, doesn't matter, but it sounds like a great story, you know? And you often see crows, the bird, the crow, hiding things. Sometimes they steal things and they hide them, and then they forget where they are. So it could be a true story. From childhood, I always liked flavors of dark chocolate, and so I was experimenting. I did nuts to relate to my origins and stuff. We're still developing the business, developing the brand, developing the different lines of business. Let's see.
You can compare running your own business as an owner, and you were working with a corporate. So
yeah,
how does it feel now?
Okay, running your own business is exciting, but very worrying. It's always in the back of your mind that there's something else that you need to be doing and you are not doing. And you cannot do everything at the same time. Working for a corporation, worrying from a different perspective, because you're earning a salary, you need to show that what you're earning is, or what they're paying you is, or you give them good value for money, what they pay you. And this is where it comes, where you feel like you have to impress your boss, basically. Running your own business, you don't have to impress anybody. You work a lot harder, longer hours. Currently, I work, I think, 14 to 16 hours a day. But I'm much, much happier. Although we live in an island, I have been to the beach for probably 3 weeks. When I was working for a corporation, I used to go to the beach at least 2 or 3 times a week. I have very little time. But it's okay, I will enjoy it a lot more later. It doesn't matter. So yeah, running your own business is worrying, but very rewarding. I had a video sent to me from Switzerland. This lady she bought chocolate and took it to Switzerland, gave to her family. And her sister on the video said, "This is the best chocolate I've ever tasted." Wow. And I'm Swiss. I know what I'm talking about. Wow. So I thought, this is good, So we have something here happening. Yeah, you feel proud. But this is where the reward comes. Yeah.
Especially from people up there telling,
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, this was really cool. I like everything you have mentioned and everything you have talked about. And I think definitely the rewards always come with hard work. I believe that you already did that. So you are maybe grasping the rewards and still ongoing,
And we're still trying our best. Yani, if you start a business purely to make profit, you're very unlikely to succeed. But if you start a business because there's a gap in the market you want to fulfill, you are very likely to succeed. Try to be modest about what you want to get out of the business, and try to give the customer as 100% value for money. You will be rewarded.
Thank you very much. That was great hearing from you. And for everyone, لأي واحد جاي على منطقة رواية ببوكيت حابب يزور ياكل هيك Middle Eastern foods and also Indian food. So you can come here. I will link the place down in this video, and also hopefully when the Barada brand will have the website and everything ready, we can also share that. So thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you. Yeah.